Good morning, my brothers and sisters of the world. Little dear here from Vallecito, Colorado. My screen on my computer. Pretty, huh? Okay, well, yesterday, the big showdown, I guess, with La Plata County Sheriff's Office and CPS. Jessica, I don't remember her last name, but anyway, this little girl that I don't know. We were talking about it after they left, and it was really really strange to see the behavior of this CPS worker. Her eyes got like glossed over, and she changed. It was very strange to watch this whole thing happen with her. She became almost violent with the mother, and the mother had to calm her down. She was swearing and everything at the mother, and the mother stopped her. And really, what happened yesterday was we were more focused on calming them down because they were here like they were going to draw guns and start hauling people away or something. They showed up in these with two different SUVs, and then this CPS worker had her vehicle, and they were surrounding my house and just acting absolutely crazy. Certainly there wasn't anything going on here. We haven't had any issues. There's no problems. Nobody's hurting. Nothing. So where did they even come from? Or why did they even appear is what I'd like to know. But I think I already know the answer to that, and I'll throw my theory out on that. The mother went to the bank the other day to open an account. She asked if she could use my address, even though they're moving. They couldn't remember what their new address was. I said, sure. After that, this officer showed up. Now, she was under camera at the bank with the baby, and, there's no... there's no reason for anybody to call about concerns for the baby, so it just didn't make sense. Because all that's happened here is the mother had her baby. She's been nursing her in a peaceful and calm environment. I help from time to time with holding the baby and whatnot, so the mother can take a shower or what have you. And the baby is just beautiful and loves being sung to, of course, and rocked and all of those good things. So that's what we've been doing here, and the mom has just been doing a really good job taking care of the child. Anyway, so they're trying to make it sound like I'm some kind of a danger, and these parents need to keep that baby away from me because I'm some kind of a threat. I don't know what that is, okay, but they have created some kind of a story, and I don't know what it is. They won't give me anything. They've worked in the shadows, they've worked in secret, they've worked behind closed doors, and they've created all kinds of stuff. Nobody ever came to me for a history of anything with my own children that they stole. So all these doctors that work for CPS in La Plata County, and then of course the CPS workers and all of them, well, they came in, stole my kids, took them against their will. They're holding them now as hostages, threatening to never give them back. I haven't seen them since February, when I gave the documentation for the legal name fraud, and they all freaked out and immediately moved to get rid of my visitations with my kids and sever my relationship completely with them. So they're planning to adopt them out now and adopt them to strangers. They're clear about that in the paperwork. So non-relative, what they say. They've gone before me to everybody and told them I don't know what. But it sounds like they have spread a lot of rumors about me. They said that I was delusional. They said that I was mentally ill and a danger to my kids because of that. Of course, they said a bunch of stupid stuff. And it's all so fixed. It's all so corrupt, you guys. It's just awful. They're stealing our kids. They're stealing our houses. They're stealing our land. These monsters have no conscience. Okay, so anyway, mother, father, and baby. The bottom line is they want to steal this baby too. I don't know why. Okay, they have targeted me and they've targeted this particular mother. And we just happened upon each other. It wasn't anything that I was looking for, but as it turns out, we have a lot in common, and it became apparent to me that we are both targeted, and I don't know exactly why, but we've been targeted for quite some time now. You know, CPS has not only stolen my 2 older grandchildren that have been with me all their life, they also stole my 4-month-old grandbaby 12 years ago, who was the 100% sibling to my kids. And I hired a panel of attorneys because I certainly didn't know how the legal system worked. But they wanted to make sure that that baby was home and safe and everything was right with her. And it was the experience that I went through with my youngest granddaughter and how these courts stomp. They don't even. I had 6 people appear with me in court for the trial for the custody of my 3rd grandchild. And her parents were just covetous of her. They wanted her. She's a beautiful little blonde-haired, blue-eyed baby. And I couldn't believe it. We went into court. Here I have no criminal history. I've worked all my life. You know, I've dealt with everything and helped people all along the way. No criminal background, no history of violence, nothing like that. Because I'm not a violent person and I'm not a criminal. So when they took that baby, and they didn't even give anybody that was there on my behalf a chance to testify on my behalf, fixed. It was incredible. When that judge was done and that was it, we all stood there in shock at what had just happened, and still to this day. Friends, you know, they remember it vividly. And so when they came and they took my kids here against their will, Ezekiel and Victoria, against my will, it was another thing. It was just shocking of what are they doing and why are they doing this? And so I realized after trying to work with them for about 6 months, and being hounded by a lot of people that they were criminals and that they are child traffickers and all of these things, I finally realized that all they were doing was building a case of some kind against me, and that they had no intention of returning my family. They were driving us apart and pulling us apart more and more in those 6 months by the day. I never consented to anything after that first 6 months. And when I understood what that legal name fraud was all about and presented it to the judge and the courts and the attorneys, they retaliated against me. And that's what they're doing now. They continue to retaliate. They refuse to let me see my kids, talk to my kids. I don't know that my kids are even okay. Nobody will tell me anything. And I've asked for proof of life. I'm ignored. The attorneys won't talk to me. So, you know, they keep us in the dark. That's what they do. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know who the doctors are. I don't know what the doctors are doing other than some manipulation of the mind. But my poor kids, I just have to pray that God is keeping them safe and protected and that they're coming home soon. You know, this is a war. And that's how I see it now, is that we are being warred upon. They are destroying our families. They are stealing our kids. They are stepping in as if they have authority to do so. They truly believe they do.